There are many stages of production when producing the finest quality teas. The Pfunda Tea Company begins looking at quality even before the tea bushes are planted. The Graham family discovered a particular strain of tea bush that produces the very best quality tea.
Got 300,000 ready cuttings and we'll have space for another 100,000.
Each cutting in the nursery comes from this unique strain, and they are hand-selected to be matured into tea bushes. The quality of plucking at Pfunda Tea Company is exceptional. Pfunda achieves 70% of the perfect pick. That's 2 leaves and a bud. Other tea estates only achieve 30%, sacrificing quality for volume.
This is where the quality of tea is made. If you don't pluck properly, what you do in the factory will be secondary.
Each area has an agronomist and a manager, and regular field visits are made to check the quality and train the cooperatives.
When you take off dormant bud, the time it takes for the axillary bud to become a pluckable shoot is the same as active bud. So you're saving 50 days each time you remove a dormant bud. So you must remove dormant buds while plucking. It has to be a part of your plucking regime. They were not exposed to the new techniques of harvesting. They are willing. They want to change because it results in higher production. But the most important is the timing and the quality of plucking which is being done, which is what we want to improve on a daily basis. We want to keep quality in mind. We don't want to sacrifice quality for an increase in production, because if you don't make good tea, then there's no point in being in the market.
The freshly plucked leaves are taken to one of several collection points in the field, where they are weighed by a cooperative representative and checked for quality.
Two leaves and a bud, that's the perfect, exactly what we want. That's the leaf that we want to come into the factory. That will produce the best tea.
The polyphenol content, what is responsible for making the best cup of tea, is the highest in a bud. It's about 30%, and it reduces, when you come to your second leaf, it comes down to about 28. Third leaf, 26. The higher the polyphenol content, the better your cup of tea.
On reaching the Pfunda Tea Factory, the leaves are checked again by both a factory and cooperative worker. It's then hoisted up to begin the complicated and intensive process for creating tea.
As soon as a leaf comes in, the first thing we need to do is get rid of the surface moisture, which we do by running it in reverse. So the top surface moisture gets evaporated. What you do is, this is experience way of testing. You make a ball and you see how it opens. This will be about a 74% wither. Another 2% more and it will be ready. We want to bring down the weight from 100 kilos to 72 kilos.
With recent investment, the Pfunda Tea Factory now has 4 sets of cut-tear-curl (CTC) machines. This allows them to cut the green leaf more gently at each stage, generating less heat and damage to the leaf. At this stage, the complexity of tea making becomes very apparent, as it depends heavily on the weather as to how long the fermentation process will take. The finely cut leaf turns from a bright green to a bright golden brown, before the final drying stage that turns it into the recognisable black tea. At every stage, testing and tasting takes place regularly, so that they can identify the perfect moment to move the tea on to the next process.
And that is a really bright infusion. You can see how beautifully bright that is. Just look at the cup, it just shouts out at you. It's bright, it's got flavour, just what we want.